guys, I'm back with another YouTube video. So I wanted to show you a bit of my supplement workout routine diet thing. So I've had a lot of questions on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat regarding what I use, how I eat, and what workouts I do. So I'm going to show you guys that today. So first off, the first supplement that I use is the omega-3 wild Alaskan salmon oil. I use these because fish oil is just like, it helps you burn fat, and it also just, it may reduce the risk of heart disease. See, there we go. Actually, no, the real reason is because I have talked to a lot of people and they've told me that fish oil helps you burn fat a bit easier. Like, it won't do magic, but it'll help with the cut. So that's that one. And then I also use the adult multivitamins. I just get these from like the Kirkland, and I get the gummies because I don't know, I just like gummy bears, bro. Like, really. But yeah, I use these all the time just because for me, I can't have any dairy or other things. So I just try to make sure I get all my vitamins and use this one right here. So these are like pretty kind of cheap too. So they're like, I don't know, like $10 for 2 bottles. And they'll last a while. I've had this one for like 3-4 months, and I still have all the other bottle. So yeah. And then usually when I am on my cut, or I have fasted and I have a gym workout, I usually use the Optimum Nutrition Essential Amino Energy. This one right here. It's okay, yeah, this one right here. Just because it gives you a bit more energy, and it helps your muscles recover. And it's just like, whenever I'm tired or whenever I have a gym workout, I'll usually take 2 scoops of this, and it'll help me like concentrate and just feel a bit more pumped. So this one has caffeine already inside of it, so it's not that bad. And then on top of that, well, let me retract. So most pre-workouts have caffeine. Some have like not natural caffeine. I don't know exactly what it is, but this one has natural caffeine. So I really like this one because it's not that expensive, and on top of that, it has a good amount of aminos in it. So there's a difference between BCAAs and amino acids. So BCAAs, I'm not 100% sure about those, but they are helpful like to building muscles and everything. But I just got these because it's kind of cheap, and it's also at Costco, so everything at Costco is better. So yeah. And then for protein, I have a typically high protein diet, low carb and low fat. So I can't really get all my protein without having to eat a bunch of chicken all day or egg whites. So I use protein powder, but since I can't have dairy, as some of you might know, I use the plant-based Vega one all-in-one shake, which is chocolate flavor. So it's this one right here, and I always get everything from Costco. So I use this one, and it's gluten-free, no grains, vegan, no added sugar, no artificial colors, flavors, or preservatives. So I use that one, and it also has like it has a bunch of grains in here. So it has some proteins, vitamins, grains, omega-3, and probiotics. So it has a pretty high amount in protein, and also has a lot of fiber and good nutrients. So this one, let's see. This one has 20 grams of protein per serving and 15 grams of carbs. So it's not that bad. I'll usually have one of these in the morning with banana and some almond milk, and that's it. But yeah, so that's all the supplements I use on a daily basis. And then for my diet, so I always track everything I eat on MyFitnessPal. It tracks your macros for you, calories, everything. So it's pretty fun, and it's really easy. So let me pull that up right here. So it's this app right here. So I will track everything, like anything I eat. So I'm gonna give you guys an example of what I eat on a daily basis when I am on my cut. So for breakfast, I'll have 100 grams of strawberries, 1 serving of the protein right here, and 1 banana. So I'll blend that all up, guess I just forgot the almond milk. Oh, but yeah, I'll usually have like 3 ounces of almond milk with that. Blend that up, and that's my first meal of the day. Little disclaimer. So there are a lot more supplements you can have and use. I can't really use them just because I have a lot of caffeine. I tend to have my pre-workout every day, and then I'll have extra coffee in the day. So it's not recommended to have so much caffeine with some of the things. Like there's one thing that I've actually wanted to try, which is creatine, but I don't think it would go well because creatine absorbs a lot of water into your muscles, and what having a lot of caffeine does was it takes a lot of water out of your muscles, so it wouldn't really help me. But yeah, so my second meal of the day would be 15 ounces of almond milk, 2 tablespoons of French vanilla syrup for my coffee, and 200 milliliters of espresso, and then 1 spinach wrap tortilla, and 350 grams of turkey. So that would be my second meal of the day. And then my third and last meal of the day would be 332.5 grams of chicken, just cooked chicken. And I'll probably use mustard with that, because mustard doesn't have calories in it. The only thing it really does is sodium, and that's it. So that's practically what I'll eat when I cut. But the macros for that one would be, let's check just to make sure. I usually try to get to 200 grams of protein, 100 grams of carbs, and about 55 or less grams of fat. So that would total up to about 1,500 calories. And the way I've always done my diet was that 1 gram of protein is 6 calories. So you multiply 1 times 6, and then how many grams you want by 6. And it goes for carbs too. So it's like 1 times 6. So 1 gram per is 6 calories. Sorry. And then for fat, it's 1 gram is 9 calories. So that's how you would calculate it. And okay, so let me get more into the diet routine part. So there are a lot of different types of diets. So there's like bulking season, cutting season, and then there's a part where you kind of just keep your diet at the same part, so that it's just like you just maintain your weight. So cutting season is that's my personal preference. I like cutting season, which is about 2 or 3 months. You cut down to the weight you want, you like how you want, and then you just maintain that for the rest. Typically, for the rest of the summer. And then bulking season is usually around like October, November. That's there's 2 different types of bulks, but I'll get into that later. So you start bulking for them from like mid-October, until about January or February, I'd say. It depends how much you want to bulk. But yeah, usually do that. And then so there's that type of diet where it's like seasonal, or there's the type of diet where it's not technically a diet. It's more just like controlled eating, how you want to eat, and just knowing, like, oh, I shouldn't eat this much sugar, blah, blah, blah. And for me, I just never was able to do that. Like, if I see sugar, if I see any chocolate or anything with sugar, I will devour that. Like, I will binge eat it all in a couple minutes. So, diets have always helped me a bit more just to maintain my my weight and how I want to look. But yeah. But every once in a while, within my diet, I'll have like a cheat day. Some people say it's really bad, but I kind of like it there. So my cheat day, I'll eat anything I want, and then I'll actually still track it on my my FitnessPal, but I'll just eat whatever I want and just enjoy it. And how I so I don't typically, some people will like measure their biceps or their torso or everything, and I typically just I weigh myself every day, and I take progress pictures weekly, like every Friday morning, or I'll try to do every Friday morning. I'll forget sometimes, but yeah, I'll do like weekly pictures just to see the progress. But yeah, that's that. And then if you want to like specific diet, you can text me or DM me or email me or whatever you guys want to do, and I'll be able to help you out. It's just, there's a lot of little factors in it, just also like your height and everything, because there's a certain like weight you can reach until the point where like you're underweight for your age and height and everything. So it's just important factors like that, but also it depends how you want to get. And if you want to get like shredded, like massive shredded, and just like be able to see your abs and everything, you should go on a cutting diet for a while, and then it'll help that way. But it just depends on also your body type. So like some people gain fat a lot easier, some people gain fat and muscle at the same time, or some people just stay skinny. And that's a huge important factor, because usually for like skinny people, you tend to have to eat more carbs. But for people who gain fat a lot easier, like I do, you have to cut down on the carbs and do a higher protein. And then for people who gain fat and muscle, it's kind of just like a balance between carbs and then also protein. So it all generally depends. But yeah, so I use these supplements again: the fish oil, the multivitamins, this one right here, the Optimum Nutrition Energy. Fuck. So I use those, but usually I'll get the there's a blueberry lemonade one, which is amazing, or blue raspberry, they only had the juicy strawberry burst last time, which is pretty dope, but I kind of like the blueberry one a lot better. So I use that one, and then I'll also use this one right here. Also, quick little side note, dairy tends to have to increase your like water weight and sodium intake. So be careful when you choose what type of proteins you want. There's also whey and isolated whey and other types of proteins. So you just have to do a bit of research and make sure it's the protein you want for whatever you want to do. But yeah, getting a protein powder is very helpful, because it just makes your life a lot easier, and you don't have to go through 1,000 pieces of chicken a day. But yeah, this is really good. And so what I like to do for my diet is that I kind of change it up once in a while. So let's say if I have a 3-month period, I'll do the 200 grams of protein, 150 or 100 grams of carbs, and then 55 grams of fat. And then on my last 2 weeks, just to make sure I get where I want, I will shrink it down a lot. So I'll go 200 to 250 grams of protein, 55 grams of carbs, and I will stick with 55 grams of fat. Just like lose all that fat a little bit easier on my last couple weeks, just so that I'm at the physique I want to be at. But yeah, so this video might have been boring for some of you guys. I am sorry, but I just had a lot of questions on my diet and how I eat and the supplements I take. But also, quick side note, so for the workouts, I tend to keep everything on my phone. So I have like my chest day 1, chest day 2, chest day 3, and legs 1 and 2, and back. So I divide my chest days to different days. So the standard chest, so where like you work most of your chest, like bench press, standard bench press, I have that one. I also do the pectoral fly, incline dumbbell press, adjustable pulley, and chest dips machine. So that would be like for my chest day 1, which is a standard chest day. And then I split it up to decline chest, so like the lower part of your chest, which is decline bench press, adjustable pulley, decline chest press, and then I add some bicep curls into there with some cardio at the end. And then I have my third day. I usually do incline, but I can't do the incline bench press just because my wrist is messed up. So I'll do the standard bench press or the decline bench press, and then I'll go to incline chest press, incline adjustable pulley. I'll throw in some biceps, and then I'll do some chest dips in there as well as some cardio just to finish it off. And quick word of advice: so make sure you do your cardio after you've lifted your weights, just because I've read a lot and had done some research on that. Usually if you run before your workouts, you'll usually train to get a runner's body instead of burning your fat down. You'll burn all your weight off instead of just your fat. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. If you guys want me to do more like workout supplement thing videos, comment down below, or if not, I will stick to the regular funny videos of myself, and I will make sure to include people. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.